Hi everyone, let's talk about Paleo, which I just did a playthrough for. You can see it linked in the description if you haven't already, if you're wondering where all of that is. I did a whole video about what all of the stuff is. Anyway, this is just about what I think about it, if you're interested in knowing that. What do I know? Again, the playthrough is there. So, Paleo, I was really excited about it. Mentioned it a couple of weeks ago in my most anticipated Essen games, based on mainly, I haven't played a game by Peter Rustermeyer before, but based on Hans and Gluck are a fantastic publisher. They have published some of my favourite Euro games, like only the train ones stick out for some reason, but like Russian Railroads and First Class. They do fantastic games, and this is kind of the first cooperative one that I'm aware of, and I love cooperative games as well. So just there based on that, and I like the theme as well. I like that we're going to be Flintstoning around, trying to survive in the Stone Age against woolly mammoths and stuff. So yeah, I was in. And we have played, I'll say as a disclaimer right away, as to even more bolster my argument that you shouldn't listen to what I'm saying. It's got a load of different modules in it, and I have played with 4 of those modules. So basically the first 2 levels of the game. I've played the first module of the game about 5 times now. Yeah, about 5 times now. So yeah, based on number of plays, it's up to you, isn't it? That's always irrelevant about what people think about the game, how many times they've played it. But I'll say that in advance because I really didn't enjoy Paleo at all. It's not my kind of game. That's a much better framing for it. Rather than being anything particularly bad about it, I just think this isn't for me. The whole game being based around, and going into it, I kind of thought, I'm up for this. The drawing 3 cards from your deck, and you kind of know what's going to be on it, but you don't really. And it could be something good, could be something bad, and we can cooperate between the groups. In fact, the rulebook says, if you're 4 players playing this for the first time, play it with fewer. Join up, and 2 players control a group each, because there's just going to be way too many decisions, way too many variables in the air if there's a load of different groups playing about. So as 2 players, great to go into it. I know that it's down to inexperience, and you'll get better with time and as you get more aware of what's going to be available in the modules, but so much of the game has just been flip over the card that you've chosen, and sometimes it's just nothing that you expect it'll be, but yeah, fine, it's there's always a chance of that. But so many times it's just, okay, we're going into this place, flip it over, I haven't got these abilities, you haven't got these abilities, okay, next, flip them over, I haven't got these abilities, you've got these abilities, okay, so that I can help you when I'm taking some damage, and yeah, it was never that interesting of what we need to do, and I kind of feel like, just based on an idea, because I haven't played it at a higher play count, and I'm unlikely to get the chance anytime soon with things the way they are, with the higher player counts, you're going to have fewer days, because the same amount of cards are going to be split amongst more players, so you're going to have fewer days. And there is going to be that thing of way more variables in the air, way more possibilities. Do I help you, or you, or you? Or do we all get together to do this big action? There's just going to be more likelihood, especially since each group starts with 2 different people, potentially with an ability symbol each. Or at least the ability to tank a load of damage. Just with those starting people, you're going to have way more chance of being able to do stuff. Whereas, if your early cards are just all, you need 4 of this, you need 2 of this, and you just didn't start with those people, it's just a load of cards that you just didn't get to do anything with. And you build up an idea of what is going to be there. You build up the idea that in those the first scenario anyway, that okay, well, at minimum the mammoth is going to need 4 spears, so we need to try and work towards getting that. But at the same time, we're going to be taking massive penalties for not having, in our experience anyway, we're lucky to have enough food for our people just to get us through the night, never mind having enough for the mission itself. And you need a tent and stuff as well. You just seem to need a lot of stuff, and maybe it's just the way that the cards have come out and us not being very experienced with it that it's just never gone particularly well. But yeah, I don't mind losing, and you should lose as you're experienced in a card game, but there's never been a time where I kind of think back. I always think with, say, Shadowrun Crossfire, that still with with a lot of experience with it, I'm rubbish at it. I barely win Shadowrun Crossfire, but I'm always kind of thinking as I lose, I should have been more aware of that. I should have seen, this card would have been perfect in that situation, and I could have done all of these things and go back and hopefully improve next time. And kind of at the end of losing in Paleo, I'm just like, yep. I don't really know. If I'd known this was coming, then if I'd known that card was there, then I could have done something. But really, even knowing where the cards are, I don't know what order that any of it is going to come out in. And I don't know what the requirements are going to be. And in the next scenario, it adds in the kind of wrinkle that's the requirements for the abilities that you need can have dice changing them. It needs 2 of these fixed symbols, but then roll a die and see what the third one is going to be. So even if you're kind of prepared for it, you don't know what that die is going to be, and you can end up with more people in there, although that's more mouths to feed, and you end up with torches are one use, but you can end up with items that you craft that are permanent abilities. So you can, the idea is that you are working your way up to all of these things. But yeah, mine and Rachel's are overwhelming kind of feeling with it, and kind of more as I kind of go, let's give it a chance, let's play it again. Rachel's kind of more, why? But our overwhelming feeling with it was just kind of frustration. Just kind of aimless frustration, and even in the playthrough that I just filmed, where I'm always kind of like, oh well, it's a new day. Let's come back to Paleo, and maybe it's all going to turn around, and I'm going to get to say how wrong I was in the first impressions. And just I was getting aggravated at points, just annoyed at things that were happening just in the playthrough that doesn't normally happen even in games that I dislike. But as with any of these kind of reactions, I really hope that I'm wrong. I really hope that I'm playing something. I hope that I've made some big rules mistake, because it would be. I like liking things, of course. Who doesn't? And I would like to be proven right about a game that I was really excited about. Otherwise, that's the evil Tom wins again, and who wants that? But yeah, in this case at least, I'm not enthused to go further into Paleo, and with all of the stuff that I am behind on and excited to try out, I don't feel like I need to be. The playthrough is there, and I hope that I'm playing it right enough that you can get an idea just from that of whether or not you are excited about it. Maybe that's all of your thing. That's why I kind of say it's just not my kind of thing. All of this kind of randomness and just aimlessness that I feel while I am playing it's absolutely not for me. But the playthrough is there, so that hopefully there's going to be more reviews that can give it a perspective from a different type of player that can tell you how amazing that they feel it is. But at the moment, you're not going to get that from me. Bye everyone.